because she's not coming back in your space. You're empty. So when you take that wig off, that wig represents the relationship you used to have that was so colorful, rainbow. That's why it's the king. She wanted everything right, and now you take that off, and now it's just you. And when you look in the mirror, you're disgusted with yourself because you are no longer hiding behind that lie. And now it's like, if I can't be with her, and I have changed everything and who I am, then I don't need to be in this earth. Because at this point, there's nothing left for me to live for. That's it. Okay? Woo.
Here on 13 Women, the movie set, I'm explaining to Siobhan the emotional trauma that occurs when you are in a lesbian relationship and it's breaking up. So prophetically, I'm giving her insight on what's happening to her emotionally. At the beginning of the clip, I also explained to her what's happening as she removes her wig. Prophetically speaking, that is imagery that I'm using to let the audience know that as she takes that wig off, she is really removing the mask of how she's been living. Okay, so when my mom says, when you're ready, give your name and what character you're reading for today.
Okay.
Don't be nervous.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I am Alexis Wolford, and I'm reading.
Sometimes as a prophetic director, you will have people that are extremely nervous when they audition. This is when you have to look past what's going on the surface and listen to Holy Spirit, because oftentimes he will give you the exact words to say to that person auditioning to make them comfortable, as well as give you some insight on what part they should play. Keep in mind, as a scribe, sometimes it's not about the money. Here we're doing an appearance at a fundraiser with my brother Marco for his event. And so I have a couple of the cast members here. And what we did was some monologues from 13 Women, the play. This is sexual abuse character from 13 Women, the stage play. Now here I directed Shakila to skip around the stage and touch herself inappropriately to display what happens to children when they are exposed to sexual acts or have been sexually abused. This hit home for a lot of our audience members that were or had been sexually abused, because they found themselves seeing themselves.
But I also like Absentee Father. I like his role because it talks about being a father and having a son that you really didn't know anything about, and you married, so it's a whole lot of different dimensions to it. And my name is Kareem Ali, 13 Men.
I can hear you now, baby.
The scene you're about to see is from 13 Men, and Absentee Father, played by Calico, and his wife Lisa, played by Michelle Monet. They're about to have an argument. On the surface, the argument looks as if it's about his son, Derek Jr., but in actuality, it's really about Absentee Father not paying attention to what's going on in his household and neglecting his wife. He's a saved man. He has 3 jobs. He's a great provider, but he has missed the quintessential part of marriage, which is making sure you remain intimate and attentive to your mate. Right here, you see Derek walk in the house and he looks at the flowers that Lisa has gotten right away. This is prophetic directing. So I've placed a prop there as a symbol of something larger going on in the home. So pay attention to the flowers, which were given to Lisa by her side piece, if you will, which happens to be Derek's best friend.
So he could waste it away on music? Man, come on. I'm taking him. Taking care of him. I got the twins, the condo, the mortgage. Man, the music is a waste of time.
Excuse me, but did you forget something?
Forget what? The puppy the twins get back anymore? That they don't even clean up after? Look, all I'm saying is that he needs to get his grades up. He's falling behind, baby. It's been 6 months.
Sorry, I wasn't on your long list of things to do.
Come on, baby. I met you too. You know, that's a given. Sorry. It's just these kids.
Anyway, why don't you just encourage him? You know what it feels like to want to perform at camp. You treat him the same way your daddy did you.
Okay, hold on. First of all, it's not the same.
Why?
Okay, it's not like I'll make him be quiet around the house like my dad did me. I couldn't even perform in the house. Well, you don't know everything. Bottom line, I'm the man in this household.
And what
Okay?
not?
And as long as he lives under my roof, he gonna do as I'm talking. He gonna do as I say. Now, if you don't like it, you can leave and take him with you. Matter of fact, both of y'all go in the corner and sing Kumbaya together. But as far as for me and anybody living under my roof, education and academics, that's what's gonna get him where he needs to be. Because he already behind, I want him focused. Therefore, paid. He ain't got time for no Chris Brown dreams or Justin Bieber issues. I'm not Joe Jackson, and you darn sure ain't Cap.
Excuse me, but it is the same thing. It's the only thing keeping him grounded right now. His own mother kicked him out. We have had to rearrange our whole lives to fit him in it.
The game.
I don't care. He was uprooted from everything he has ever known and jumped off at the doorstep like what? Like he's nothing. But he's 16 years old with 2 younger siblings he has never met, and a father that didn't know him. But he sees you interacting with them, talking to them, showing affection towards them. He was placed in a school that requires something as foreign as discipline, something in which he doesn't even know nothing about. And Chicago Styles doesn't either. He was finally able to put a face to all the long nights of wanting his dad, to longer nights to where's my father, times he didn't choose, but you didn't show up for him. You didn't fight for him. You let that woman scare you away from what you're responsible for. So you tucked your tail between your legs and you ran. And when you ran, you left the little boy broken, waiting for your car to pull up after school, looking out the windows. You went from weekend to once a month to nothing at all. You made him feel forgotten. And for him now to know that you just lived 1 hour away, the least you can do is let him say,
You can't teach me how to raise my son. Real men provide. He want to say he can sing in the shower.
provide. That means more than that.
Okay.
You so busy providing.
Look, I'm sorry. Just can we talk for a second? Just for a second. Can we settle down?
You can't see what's going on around you.
Oh, look, Lisa, just talk. Where you going?
To get some air.
Hey, I'm Kareem Ali. I'm in 13 Men, and I play a character named Cheater. And Cheater is a guy who just cheats. You know, he's a player. It's kind of a fall for me because I'm not a player, so it's a hard role I have to dig into. But Cheater basically is deceptive to his friends, and he just basically gets whatever he wants at any cost. And that's what Cheater does. My role, I really like the character because, you know, it brings a lot of excitement and a lot of energy to the play.
Hello?
Greg, baby, where you at?
Great, hey, Lisa?
Oh, Derek.
You know about this? Man, I'm just as shocked as you are.
Man, y'all should have seen this fine glass of fine
Here is Yvonne. She's going to give the cast members of 13 Women the stage play, the movement that I have given her. Now, what this is the domestic abuse character is going to be beat by her husband. And instead of showing that traditionally, I wanted to show an abstract visual of what happens to women when they're being beat by the men that they're with. So she goes from sending out the video to the entire cast, which is who you see here, and Lauren Wells, which is my assistant director, was at the time, she's going to show the entire cast those movements. And the next clip is going to be the final product on stage. Take a look at how powerful it is and how it translates to the audience, the power of this abstract visual of a woman being beat. So in this clip, I'm working with a brand spanking new actress, phenomenal talent, very anointed and gifted, and she's never done theater before. However, Holy Spirit showed me the woman of God in the production, and that's how she became a part of it. This is a 13 women's rehearsal. So in this clip, what I'm doing is I'm giving her the movement to go along with her song as she's singing for a very powerful part as the suicide character. So here, what I'm doing is I'm helping her dig out the emotional part of the song that she's written specifically for the play 13 Women. So what I did was I gave her what I was looking for, and she agreed to write a song that went along with what I was looking for emotionally as the director. In the next scene, you're going to see us doing the movements together. After I've shown her the movements, now we're going to do them together. What happens emotionally is she begins to then connect with people that are in the audience that have had suicidal thoughts that have stemmed from rejection. And that's what's going on in the play. Her fiance has written her a Dear John letter, has broken up with her as he's overseas in the military, and she is absolutely crushed to the point of not wanting to live anymore. So this is what you're seeing here. This is Scribal Prophet L.A. Holts, and I pray you enjoyed this example of prophetic directing for stage and film. These are just some of the things that I speak about in my new book. If you would like for me to come to your church to teach prophetic directing, please email me at creativewritingbyla@gmail.com.